everyone. Long time no see. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's long I said that. It's been like a month on here. So basically, I'm just here to come talk for a little while. Hopefully, this video is not going to be long, and to just give you guys an update on why I have been MIA, why I have been missing on here. It's not like I've not joined that wagon of people who got tired of who get tired of YouTube and then they just start being inconsistent. No, it wasn't deliberate. Although YouTube demonetized me for the second time, or that's a story for another day. That's not why I have been missing all the while. Okay, based on the thumbnail and on the title, I'm sure you have a glimpse of what I'm going to be talking about already. Sorry that I had to lie down. I wanted to be in the position that I've been for the largest part of the past 3 weeks. This bed has been my closest position. So, I got the Rona. Now, if someone asks you, do you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who has corona? You can say yes, because Funke had corona. This is not a sympathy video. I'm fine now, at least to a very large extent. Let's say 85-90%. I can say that I am very fine now. Okay, so I traveled to Ondo State on 21st January for my cousin's wedding, which was supposed to be 23rd January. Okay, so no, I traveled on 22nd and wedding was 23rd. And mind you, I was throughout the time that I traveled, I went via public transport. I made sure that I was careful. I'm not one of those people who think COVID-19 isn't real. Those people who think that it is no longer here or anything like that. So I wore my mask through the journey while I went and when I came back to Lagos, and I sanitized before getting on the bus. I kept on sanitizing every now and then, but unfortunately I want to believe that I got the virus at the wedding. I want to believe so because I can say that yes, I was careless at the wedding. I was like, okay, in those states there are no issues like that, there are no COVID-19, it's not really serious like that, so I should be everything should be safe, everywhere should be clear, forgetting that majority traveled from different part of Nigeria to Ondo State for the wedding. Even my cousin who was the bride and her husband reside in Lagos. I actually vlogged that wedding, but then I couldn't put it up because immediately I go back to Lagos, I got sick and I just had to get off everything work for 3 good weeks. Okay, by the way, if you watch I'm still coughing a bit. By the way, there were COVID-19 precautions at the wedding. Nobody could enter the venue without face mask, but then we are Nigerians. Once we enter, we remove the face mask or pull it down like this. So yeah, I fast forward to when I started getting sick. I got back to Lagos on Monday. The wedding was Saturday. Yes, I got back to Lagos on 25th January, and then that night I was feeling somehow uneasy. I was feeling some funny sensation on my throat, and I usually have that kind of sensation anyway whenever I want to have malaria. So I felt like maybe it's just the stress of the trip and all that. It's long I had a trip like that. It's long I had that kind of engagement in anything. So I felt maybe it's just the stress of the journey. And then apart from that, I blamed it on mosquito. There are mosquitoes in our house in Ondo. There were mosquitoes. Okay, but even though we used mosquito nets, because my sister was like, that's why all rooms had mosquito net. That's why the mosquito net. But how will it be mosquito? But then I saw mosquito bites. One was here, then some were on my legs. One was even on my face. Then I was like, it's mosquito. And being that's our largest scare. For those of us who are on Tuesday, I started feeling very sick. Like my head was like it was going to explode. My temperature was high. That was during the day, so I went to the pharmacy to get malaria drugs. I started taking malaria drugs, but then at night I felt like I was going to die. Basically, at night I was so sick, so down. Pillow that was supposed to be like a soothe for me was like a burden for me. So it's as if I was putting my head on the wood. And anytime I place my head on the pillow like this or like this, I start feeling like my head was becoming heavy. I would have to remove the pillow, sleep on. I was just restless. I wasn't crying, but tears were just rolling down my cheeks. My nose was dripping. I was breathing from my mouth. I slept around 2 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. When I eventually slept, I woke up and I still had the headache, I still had the temperature, and I was not fine. I was losing appetite. I couldn't eat. It was so serious that this temperature went on Wednesday. On Thursday, I started feeling okay. The headache reduced, but then I started coughing, and then I had a whole lot of sputum. Even without coughing, I would just realize that that sputum has gathered, and I would have to go and spit it out. But then the headache started going on and off, on and off. I might be okay in the morning, in the night I started having headache, like my head was expanding, like shrinking and expanding, all those kind of feeling. Throughout this period I was still saying it is headache. On Saturday my friend bought me a perfume that was perfume I was using before. I was so eager. I couldn't wait to use this perfume. I was like, it's been a long time, and I just used it like this feel. I couldn't wait to smell it, only for me to use it, and I smelled it, and I was not smelling anything. At first I was like, this girl, I'm sure she left this perfume in her car for so long that the smell has gone on, that the smell has faded. But I was like, no, if a perfume is supposed to fade, then nothing is supposed to be in the bottle, but it was still filled up. Then I later felt like, or did they sell water to her? Then it was then I felt like, hope it is not what I'm thinking. So I went to carry my 3 other perfumes, started spraying, smell, nothing. The third one, spray, nothing. The fourth one, spray, nothing. I was smelling nothing. And mind you, my nose wasn't blocked. So those like, baby, your nose was blocked now. So why will you smell? My nose wasn't blocked. I could breathe. There was free passage through my nostrils, but then I couldn't smell nothing. I was still having headache. The cough was still there. The only thing is my temperature was normal. My temperature had gone down. At least that day I even tried testing myself. I was on 36.6. So my temperature was okay, but all these other things were there. So I started talking to people. I know someone who had COVID. I talked to him. He told me that I needed to rest a lot, take a lot of fluids, and I'll be fine. Then I spoke to another person. The person told me that I should work out every morning and take vitamin D. Then I spoke with a pharmacist friend. The pharmacist friend also gave me some drugs that I should take. Then I spoke with a doctor, and the doctor told me that I should come for. The doctor said all these things after telling me the way I was feeling and all the symptoms that I had. He categorically told me that I had COVID-19, that those things are COVID-19, that I should come for test for 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira to get tested for COVID. And at the end of the day, all these drugs that you said I should go and buy are still the same things that you buy from, that you tell me to go and buy. It's like, but to be sure, just to have it in the books that yes, I got tested for COVID-19. I was like, thank you very much. I will just go and buy the drugs. Then someone told me that he had a doctor in Yaba that they claimed to be free testing. So he sent the doctor's number to me. I called the doctor. The doctor said I should come for consultation and get tested for 35,000 naira. I said, okay, this is Nigeria, and you are saying it is free in Yaba. No wala. Okay, when you have the ability to do something extremely, my sense of smell is very high. I smell things like from afar, things I think nobody should smell. I would smell it. So you can imagine how terrible it was for me to not smell at all. There was even a day that I cooked beans and I literally burnt the beans, and I didn't know that the beans was burning because I couldn't smell it. It was terrible that I would see a perfume that is supposed to last me for maybe 3 months. Right now it will last me for 1 month or less, because every day I kept on using it to see if I can spend it. The cough was still there. I started feeling drowsy, you know. I would wake up and it would be like I couldn't stand up. It would be like I was gonna fall if I walked a while. I lost my appetite. I couldn't eat. I started taking vitamin C. I started taking zinc. Then I was told to always walk in the morning sun. That's for vitamin D. There was one particular drug that I started taking later on, 3.5 in a day. Then 2 days after, I take another 3.5. I had a lot of fruits that I was taking. One funny thing that happened, my mom called me, I think on a Monday or something, and she was like, báwo ni eléyìí tó ń dùn mí eléyìí. And by the way, guys, throughout this period, people were telling me that it's my nose blocked, it's my nose blocked. Anytime I speak with them on phone, they'll be like, it's my nose blocked. I'll be like, no, my nose is not blocked. Like, so why are you talking like this? I think I'm talking like that right now too. My nose is not blocked, so I just cannot smell. So I don't understand why I'm talking like this. So my mom figured how I was talking to her. She was like, kilo share. Then we're actually in a kind of playful mood before she popped the question. So me, I just continued with the funny, with the lively atmosphere, and I just like, money corona. She was like, ni money corona. The next thing that means I have corona. The next thing she just said, ayé mi o.
Funke! Ayé mi tèmi bá mi.
The greatest mistake of my life. That was when I figured that, okay, you shouldn't have. My brother called me in the evening that my mom is cooking herb already, agbo, and she wants to come and give me tomorrow. But that's why I called her. I start forming. I called her and I just stood up. I start forming like I was okay. Hello, mommy. Hello. Madam Jare. Miss Jare. Mo le gbóòórùn kini kan. My man was just playing with me. Don't mind me, Jare. Just to make her feel like, because okay, that was the following day, because they even my siblings also told me that she didn't open her shop the whole day. I was like, why would you open your shop? Why are you making? I'm not dying, I'm fine. And by the way, people were arguing with me that how would I say I have COVID when it is just in 2 days. I googled, guys. I decided to educate myself, and I realized that you can get COVID as early as 2 days and as late as 14 days. You can get it in just 2 days of it entering your body, and then it can leave 14 days after. That's why they always say people should quarantine and stay indoor for 14 days. Okay, so another thing that I did, so that's it about my mom. Like, African mothers are just everything. I love her so much. She was just like that because she loves me, definitely. So I just changed her mind, and she had to send the herb to me, you know, and she didn't bother calling me. So I got the herb right here and I used them religiously. I added ginger and garlic to it to mix with it, and I was taking it every day. Then another thing that I did that really helped me was steaming. I steamed like 3 times in a day, at least minimum of 2 times in a day. If I couldn't keep up with 3 times, but I know that I didn't do anything less than 2 times in a day. And then for the taking a walk to take vitamin D, I did that I think 3 times. And one morning I just realized that I woke up, I decided to raise my window blinds, and I realized that that same sun that I was going out to walk to have was coming to me in my bed. Like, I was feeling it. I was like, so why am I walking out? So that was the last day I walked out. And so every day, every morning, when I see the sun gathering, I would just raise my window blinds, and then I would just take the sun for like 30 minutes to 1 hour. On 6th, I started smelling, and the only thing I could smell were things that I smell that is very, very strong, because I still couldn't smell my roll-on. I still couldn't smell one of my perfumes because it's not that strong. And even the ones that are very strong, they are still not smelling like their usual smell. They still have some kind of foul smell added to them, but the fact is that I can smell. Wow. COVID-19 is not something that you want to experience. Yes, I'm smiling now. I still feel, sometimes I still cough. The headache is finally gone right now, thanks be to God. But I thank God for healing. I thank God for friends. I thank God for family. I thank God for everyone who, people told me I'm praying for you. I really appreciate that. I thank God for my church family. wow, the love is so massive. The love is extremely massive. People kept on calling me to check up on me, and so my friends who got food for me, who sent in food, who sent in fruits and everything to make me keep up and be all right. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And basically, majorly, I thank God. And this is not to just come out there and just create a content for my YouTube. By the way, I'm not going to make money from this because I'm demonetized anyway for now, and I don't know how long that is going to take. So this is not to make money. This is just to come tell you and let you be aware that this thing is real. It's actually funny that we actually thought COVID-19 was going to go with 2020 as if it had a calendar, and it's actually funny that there are still some people out there who think this is myth, that is not real. Yes, it is very, very funny. And it was even after I felt this and I told few friends of mine that I realized that a lot of people have actually experienced this. That's when people start saying, do you know I actually experienced it this time? I couldn't smell, I couldn't taste. But thankfully to God, somehow I could still taste, but I just couldn't smell, and then I was sick. So that's it. I need to wrap up this video right now because this rain, I'm sure it's going to disturb the audio. So basically, you just raise the awareness that you should be careful out there. Always wear your mask. Always sanitize. Keep your distance. Don't go around. I know it could be hurting. There was a time some family members of mine came around and we couldn't hug. We couldn't, we're just keeping our distance. It could be very annoying and almost depressing, for you not to be able to touch or hug. But seriously, we need to be responsible for ourselves and for our lives. So let's just make sure that we stay safe at this time. Anyway, my name is Funkeyoshi. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time, which is probably the wedding vlog. Okay, bye.